All right, today's topic. Apparently some YouTubers are taking money from Russia, $100,000 per video to make pro-Russian content.
No. Today's topic. Goddamn. All the naysayers were right.
What you mean?
All the people that was talking about conspiracy were right.
They're part of it?
I mean, shoot. There's a lot of people that was talking about, oh, Russia this and Russia that. And they got it. They do.
Now look.
I thought the Cold War was over. It was never over, Abba.
So here are the details. Tim Pool, Dave Dubin, Lauren Southern, Lauren Chen, Lauren White. There's a lot of Lawrence and some other male names, okay? They're all implicated in this scheme. Essentially what is going on is the DOJ released or unsealed an indictment, and in that it talked about a scheme where a Russian company was essentially paying Lauren Chen and her husband to run an American company called Tenet, which you could go and find their YouTube channel. And they would pay creators to make content that was pro-Russian on their channel. Okay?
But how much, like $10,000?
Some of them were getting paid as much as $100,000 per video.
That's a whole lot of money.
Now, there's not just mere allegations. The people who were claimed to have been paid that amount admit that they were paid that amount. They've made public Twitter statements, and they're also saying they're victims. They didn't know this money was coming from Russia. They didn't know this money was coming from shady places. What we can confirm right now is that Lauren Chen and her husband were definitely knew where the money came from. That information is in the indictment. You know how they knew? They knew because when they were not getting their invoices paid out, they were Googling what time it was in Russia. They were referring to them in their own private messages as, "Oh, when are the Russians gonna pay us?" So them motherfuckers definitely knew.
They knew.
Now whether or not Dave Dubin knew or Tim Drool knew, that's a different question.
But I got this question though.
Vas-y.
They're asking you to do some specific content. When people ask you to do some specific content,
What you mean?
like, cause they saying,
I'm a victim.
we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't know what the money. But when someone tells you, make a content about them, huh? Make a content about them.
Yeah.
What you mean? Make a content about them. And then you're like, I don't know where the money from. Just this, not knowing where the money's from,
Yeah.
it's weird.
You know why it's hard for me to believe that these people didn't know?
That's what I'm saying though. That's one
It's
of the
because
reasons why.
it's so much money.
It's a lot of money, man.
It's not like a regular, like, you know, we get brand deals and you'll have brand deals. And like, I can tell you, like, for a 1 million view video, a brand deal will range anywhere from like $8,000 to $12,000. And if you're like a finance bro who does just finance stuff, a finance company might give you 20, 30 grand.
100%.
Okay. But that's for millions of views. The videos that they were getting paid $100,000 for, do you know how much views they were getting on some of these videos?
Tell me.
1,000 views. 5,000 views. So on a 5,000 view video, you were getting 10 times what somebody gets on a 1 million view. How does that make sense?
You just go shut. No, but some people are good at shutting up and not asking questions. When it's convenient.
Here's the thing. There's so many layers of this. Like, if you honestly think these people didn't know, then that means that they're the most incompetent, stupid motherfuckers on the planet.
I don't believe it.
And it's their job. Like, the parts that make it unbelievable, it's your job to look at things critically, you guys are a conspiracy brain. You guys believe in a lot of conspiracies and how people are working together to take down different angles of the government. But you're being offered 6 figures to do a disgustingly shit tier video. And you don't think that's suspicious at all? You don't research where the money's coming from. You don't try to track it down. You don't wonder why they want pro-Russian stuff. That's crazy.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to tell them, I'm going to say this. I think they didn't know because they were suspicious about what they knew.
Facts.
The definition, I didn't know, it means that you don't know for sure. But it doesn't mean that you don't have suspicions. And because you have those suspicions, you don't ask. You know, whenever you deal in bars and stuff like that,
yeah.
you have suspicions of where certain things is doing or what that guy in the corner is doing.
Yeah.
I didn't ask. I don't know that guy. I don't talk to him. But my suspicions are he does this and that. I don't know for a fact I don't know.
Plausible deniability.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it really doesn't matter.
No, it does not.
The reason why it doesn't matter whether you knew or not is you should have known. You should have done your due diligence. You should have researched it.
You don't know.
Your job as a political commentary, someone who prides themselves on being independently funded, and then you're receiving this kind of money and you're just
not
not
independent.
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. I was just astounded by the amount of money that was floating. But then people were telling me, like, Abba, you have no idea. The amount of people that are getting pushed money to promote a specific view, you have no idea how big. And it makes sense to me now. Because Lauren Chen lives in Montreal. Okay? Her and her husband live here. They're from here. It was so bizarre to me to sometimes go check out these people's lifestyle. And they're living exorbitant lifestyles, but I look at their YouTube channel and I know what kind of money they make from the kind of content that they make. I know they don't have the membership viewers for it either. So I'm like, how are you buying homes when I know you barely touching 6 figures? Where's this money coming from? And they're buying fancy spots too. So everything is kind of coming together now, and it's like, oh, okay. When it comes to the political sphere, a lot of people that you might think are bought and paid for are probably bought and paid for. Now it makes sense to me too when I saw Tucker Carlson run over there to Russia and do all that stuff, irrespective of how you feel about it. I'm just saying, how much money do you think if Tim Drool and Rave Dubin got 100K per video for producing a 1,000 view video? How much do you think Tucker Carlson got paid for that grocery store and that? You could 40 million? 30 million?
Why did you...
For you guys, the viewer, when you see political commentary, okay, be very careful, because some of these people are absolutely bought and paid for, even though they want to relate to you, the average person, and they want to say, I'm just like you. Meanwhile, they get paid $100,000 by a foreign government to betray their own country. Just be careful. That's the main thing.
A lot of things about that, the political side is not moral. A lot of it is. So whenever I give my opinion about that, I try to stay away from that as much as I can, because I don't know the whole picture. And sometimes there's a lot of things. It's just like wrestling. Yeah. It's really just like wrestling. In the locker room, everybody shakes hands and having fun. Yeah. But in front of everybody, it's just the heel and the superhero. That's what it is. And by the end of the day, everybody's catching a check.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. When I saw 100K per video, I literally tried to triple take, because I know these guys' YouTube channel. I know they don't get views. They are making 20 to 30 times what I would make on a sponsored video when I have 10 times more views. How does that make sense? That's crazy. If anybody was offering me even 1/10 of what they're offering these guys, I'm doing back. I have sponsors who try to approach me all the time. We have maybe 2 to 3 sponsors. We have Extra from time to time. Why? Okay. I use it. I'm comfortable advertising it because it's something I actually believe in, and I'm fine with using it. And I think Raycon. Why? Because I use it.
Guess what, nigga?
You want to know how you don't use it?
Guess what?
It got scratches. Okay. It got scratches everywhere.
We're not lying.
And I'm not going to lie to you guys and say, like, oh, it's good. It's good.
That's funny.
It's good for what I use it for.
That's funny because that's not real.
I don't mind saying this for free because it's just true.
The search, you gonna pull up the search chart?
I'm pretty sure I got the app right here.
I got the THN.
Okay, right there. There you go. We gotta just search it up, dude. I'm careful. Why? Because I've had people approach me with big bags, and then I do my Google searches, and I'm like, something not right. The amount of money they're offering, is this really a debit card that it can increase? Or like, when I'm looking into it more, I'm like, yo, we might have to stay away from this one. Come to find out 6 to 7 months later, they gone, right? So if you don't do that due diligence as a YouTuber in general, that's already a bad look. As a political commentator whose job is to be hyper scrutiny of everything when it comes to where politicians get paid for, you don't look into the people giving you $100,000? Yeah. Nah, I can't rock with that. You're gonna have to hold the big L for that. And I know Tim Drool's already tried to just walk over this and he just tried to ignore it, but nah. You should be hyper skeptical of somebody who's that quick to accept money. I mean, listen, when I first came on the scene, like, I didn't know much about these sponsors, so if it didn't look harmful, like, I was like, whatever. But the more I thought about it, like, there's a reason why I don't do, Blue Chew stuff. There's a reason why I don't do toys for dudes or whatever. Not that those things are necessarily wrong. It's just, is this one the kind of thing I want to be advertising? Now, taking money from unknown sources, that's even more shady. So, no.
You're not even taking... You don't take money from known sources. Taking money from unknown sources is crazy.
Bro,
yeah, you're right.
Because the person who runs the finances, if you Google his name, it doesn't exist anywhere. That didn't throw any red flags for you. What if you're part of some kind of criminal conspiracy? You don't even know it. Beyond being fucking
irresponsible
towards your fan. It's just also irresponsible towards yourself. You might be putting yourself into a conspiracy you don't even know about. And ignorance will not always save you when it comes to the law.
It won't.
So on that topic, what they're being charged with is money laundering and the FARA Act. The FARA Act, I think, is like the Foreign Agents Registration Act, which is basically like if you are an entity or an individual here in the United States who is lobbying on behalf of a foreign government and being paid to do so, you have to be registered. And if you're not, they can charge you. And that one doesn't look too crazy because like I think the people who do have to pay penalties and maybe go to jail for like 2 to 3 years, which for betraying your country sounds crazy. But they also have money laundering charges, which that one can carry a much higher penalty. So we'll see how that goes. But Lauren Chen and her husband most likely are going to be charged in the very near future. The people who ran the Russian ops, they've already been charged. So yeah, they're going to jail. YouTubers are going to jail for fucking around.
No, they're going to jail for finding out.
Yeah, true. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I know. I just want to cover this story real quick. I'll say this. If I find out any political commentary YouTuber is being paid by a foreign entity or a foreign country and they're doing political commentary on that specific, I'm going to look at them like you have zero credibility, personally. I can't take anything you say seriously because you're getting paid by these people to say this stuff. That's how I personally feel about it. I'm curious how you guys feel. Does this make you look at Tim Pool or any of these kinds different? If you guys have a political commentary YouTuber that you guys like and you found out they were paid by the very entity that they were speaking very well of all the time, would that make you look at them differently?
I want to know, do you even care? Do you even care?
Okay, actually, let me ask y'all. Y'all found out that we got paid by Fresh and Fit.
That'd be wild.
Just asking. Or what if we were paid by Fresh and Fit's ops? We was getting like this feminist organization against the red pill.
Yeah.
Was paying us.
Yep, that'd be crazy.
$100,000 per Fresh and Fit video, which if they were my nigga.
Yes.
Why am I flying economy at you? Okay. Because I'm about to make 100 more Fresh and Fit videos. So I've been doing it. Okay.
What?
If they were paying us, how would you guys look at us? I'm just curious. I'm asking the question. You found that out. What would you think?